everybody, this is Debbie McCart with Tie-Dye 4, and I'm here to show you about our boxed parties. Whenever you received your boxed party, you received bins, grills, gowns, gloves, soda ash, marbles, rubber bands, the actual dye, instructions for after, and Synthrapol, along with plastic bags to put your projects. The first thing I need for everyone to do is to take their soda ash and cut it open, and in this you're going to put 1 gallon to 2 gallons or 3 gallons, this will work for 3 gallons, of warm water, and put the soda ash into it. And I've already done that in this bucket. So that's what you'll need to do to be able to soak the shirts. Now after you get that, while you're waiting, you're going to take this plastic grill and you're going to put it on top of your bin. And that makes your nice little disposable bin that will keep everything from being messy. Now before the kids start tie-dyeing, you'll want them to put on their gown. Whenever they put on the gown, make sure that the closure is in the back, not in the front, because that gown protects them from the tie-dye in case they get a little crazy with it. They'll need to put on their gloves, which I will do. And the next thing you'll need to do to prepare is to get the dye ready. Now I have all of my dye ready that I'm going to use today, with the exception of a yellow. And whenever you got your dyes, it doesn't have a hole in the top yet. So I need you to take just a regular household fork, stick a prong into the top, and just kind of circle. And that will help that open up. Now, take off the lid. And what you need to add is distilled water. I happen to have a funnel because it makes it a little bit easier for me. And I only fill it up about halfway so. Maybe a little more. Just to get it mixed well. And then I'll fill it up to the top. That'll give me a good 8 ounces of dye. So now I'll fill it up the rest of the way, with or without a funnel. Okay, now we're ready to go. So I'm going to take my shirt that I've already soaked in soda ash, and I've wrung it out really, really well. And I'm going to move the bin over. And I'm going to fold this shirt. This is going to be rather simple, but I'm going to show you 2 different folds. One fold, and the reason I use this green down here so that you can see it a little bit better. One fold is called the swirl fold. And this is an example of a swirl, where it starts in the middle and it kind of swirls outwards with different colors. And all you do is pick a spot that you want on the shirt. The kids get to do this, of course. Pick a spot and just start turning, and kind of keep it flat. And you'll do this until the whole shirt is in a circle like that. And then you'll take your rubber bands that came with your set, and you'll put the rubber bands around the shirt to hold it. Now, the way I instruct the kids when they come to the parties here to dye these are to pretend that it's a pizza pie, and to try to stay into the pie areas with each individual dye. Now, I'm not doing this particular one in this swirl, so if I was to use my fuchsia, I would try to put my fuchsia into this area, then I would try to put my yellow into this area, my hot pink here, my orange here, and try to go on around it. And then after I complete that top layer, I'll turn it over and do it on the bottom side too, to try to match the sides. Now, with you working with kids, you have to remember that this is their shirt, and that's not the way that they may want to do it. So, to keep them to be happy, because it is their design, just kind of let them go crazy and do what they want to do. Now, what I'm going to do is use marbles, which is also in your box. And I'm going to take one marble. You can put this marble anywhere. I'm going to put my marble on the inside on a corner. And then at that point, I'm going to tighten the marble up. for the design that I want to make. And this particular design is called a target design, where you have one area that's a target and everything radiates out after that in circles. The particular target I'm making is going to be on the side of the t-shirt. So from this point, I'm going to come down a spot about an inch or so, and this is all with how you want to do it. And I'm going to tighten the rubber bands. I like to get mine tight so that nothing can get in there. No dye can get in there in that space. And then I'm going to come down and go some more. And you can do this as much or as little as you want. I also sent with the package a gown for the parent who is helping with this. That's probably a good idea. I always have on a gown whenever I'm helping the kids here at To Die For. Although I seem to have hands that always have tie-dye on them, at least I try to keep the clothes free of tie-dye, other than the ones that I've done on purpose. Okay, so now I have my t-shirt and it's all ready to go. And I'm going to take my bin and I'm going to set my t-shirt on this bin, such as this. And what this allows is for you to dye the shirt, the excess dye drips into the bin, and you won't have a mess everywhere. The cover that you have is a white table cover with tie-dye peace signs on it, but I put a green one on here so that you could see a little bit easier when I was folding. So now I want to start off my tie-dye in the corner here at the marble, and I'm just going to tie it with a yellow. That's not yellow, that's orange. Follow it with a yellow. And I'm putting plenty of dye on there. Add some hot pink. Now I'm staying in the lines. You don't necessarily have to do that. That's just what I choose to do. And fuchsia. Now I'm going to leave a space of white open, and I'm going to totally reverse what I just did. I'm going to go fuchsia. The air conditioning just came on. And all of this left over here, I'm going to kind of have a mixture. One thing that I like to mix is yellow and orange together because it gives a really pretty pattern. So I'm just going to start dyeing. Now from that spot, I'm ready to turn mine over. So I'm going to take, my gloves are clean, I'm going to take the dark colors, and I'm going to turn it over. And as you can see, I need to add dye to the opposite side. So now I've finished my dyeing, and all I need to do is wait. I have to wait a total of 12 hours before I can do anything with this. So I'm going to take a plastic bag, turn it inside out, and I'm going to grab up my project, try to keep it flat, and put it in this plastic bag. And ziplock it. This bag came within your kit. And it's ready to wait. I've got 12 hours to wait before I can do anything with this. Now when that 12 hours is up, you were given 2 4-ounce bottles of Synthropol, and you were given 8 individual containers to be able to put the Synthropol in for your party participants. And you were also given an instruction card. And the instruction card goes over everything you need to do. You need to take this out of the bag. You're going to remove the rubber bands, and you're going to wring it out really strong. And you're going to put it in a small wash of cold water and put in the Synthropol. It'll be 1 ounce of Synthropol per shirt. And you want to run that through a whole cycle of cold water, and then you're going to throw it in a hot dryer, and your project will be complete. If you have any questions, just let me know. It's deb.tiedye4@gmail.com. That's deb.tiedye4@gmail.com, or you can reach us during business hours at 678-235-5322. Have a great day, and I hope to see you again soon.